Hey everyone, it's Eric with firearmtutorials.com, and today we're going to look at the HK USP, specifically the 9s. So these four guns here are all chambered in 9mm. You may have seen some of these guns. If you watch some of my other videos, I've covered these guns individually, or at least compared them against each other in some ways. But let's go ahead and look at these. There's some differences here if you guys are in the market for either a USP or specifically a 9mm. There's two, maybe three versions that I'm missing here. So start down here at the bottom. This is the USP Compact in 9mm. This is the newest one. This is currently my carry gun. Then we've got the USP-9 in full size, the USP-9SD, which is basically the tactical version of the 9mm, and then we've got the Expert. So the ones I'm missing would be the Elite, which is an uglier, longer version of the Expert, and then the Match, which has a big weight on the end of it. You may have seen it in Tomb Raider. It's very hard to get, especially in 9mm, and very expensive. So let's just go ahead and talk about each of these. I'll give you a few points in regards to each of these, and hopefully it's helpful or at least entertaining. So let's look at the Compact here. You're going to get a standard 3-dot sight here. This is the LEM model. You'll notice that the safety is gone. The safety and decocker levers are completely gone. You'll see that the hammer operates as you pull the trigger. This is just basic behavior for an LEM. This is actually the standard LEM, which is kind of the middle of the road as far as the pull weight. So you've got heavy LEM, regular LEM, you've got light LEM, and then you've got the LEM hybrid, which we'll talk about shortly. But you know, I have pretty big hands, and this is about as small as I can go to shoot comfortably. But I mean, this will do what you need to do. Comes with a 13-round magazine, and it's a steel magazine, which you won't find in any of the other ones. But other than that, it's got all the same properties as the USP, the same safety, same features, everything. So that's the Compact. Great carry gun. I used to use a 45 Compact, and I sold it, kind of replaced it with the 9mm. It's a little thinner than I was used to carrying a 45, but with this you're getting the single stack magazine, so you'll notice that the grip is nice and thin there. If we move on to the full size, so with this guy, you've got pretty much the same kind of deal, at least with the sights. You've got the standard 3-dot sights. This is LEM. This is LEM Match Hybrid. You'll see here it's got the over travel screw. This is pretty much the lightest trigger pull you're going to get for LEM, and I really like it. It would be a little too light, I think, for a carry gun, at least for my liking, but as far as a target gun, it works great. So this is kind of my project USP. You see it's got a lot of holster wear on it and stuff. I've beat on this doing all kinds of different things with this gun, but nonetheless it still runs as good as it did the day I got it. With this one, you've got a 15-round magazine, and this is another plastic one. This is an extended floor plate. You can also get a flat floor plate, but again, you know, if you have larger hands, you might want that extra grip on there just to keep your pinky from sliding off. So that's the full size. And this gun started out as a V1 gun, which is basically a hammer-fired gun, similar to this. So this is the USP-SD. I've covered this in a couple different videos. I've added a lot of stuff to this. See, I've got the rail here to add a light. I put the ambidextrous safety and decocker on here. These are the Heine straight 8 sights that are taller for use with a suppressor. And I put the match trigger in it. This actually came with the just standard V1 single action, double action. New for 2015, HK is now shipping this as a tactical model with the tactical roll mark, like you'll see on the 40 and 45 versions. It'll also come with the match trigger, which is something that they should have done to begin with. You'll notice here the barrel is just a standard barrel. There's no O-ring engagement, which you'll find on the tactical models. They're going to include that as well. With this, I put the jet funnel kit on here. You'll see that along the bottom, this is actually metal, and it basically just adds a larger opening here to fit the mag in. Kind of comes from competition mindset where you can get faster reloads that way. In addition, it gives you a little bit of extra room here. Again, with my big hands, you see my pinky just fits right along the bottom of that. When I didn't have this on here, I was in that awkward position of, you know, my finger always coming off the bottom of the gun. But you get an 18 round plastic magazine, and these are metal floor plates. So when they're empty and you release the magazine, they fall out at least a little bit faster with the extra weight from the bottom floor plate being metal. The last one I've got here is the Expert. Now this actually was a fairly rare model up until about a year ago. So you'll see this is a BC date code, and this one pretty much is bone stock. This came with the adjustable sights. They're a little bit taller than the standard ones. You'll see that they're recessed down into the slide a little bit, so it makes replacing the sights on this a little tricky because none of the other ones are recessed down into the slide like that. But it also comes with the ambidextrous safety, and this one came with the jet funnel setup from the factory. So this one's a little bit different. You'll see that the barrel hood is nice and shiny there as opposed to the other ones. On the USP specifically, you'll start to see this wear here, and that's just an indication of how much ammo has run through the gun, because as the weapon cycles there, you'll see that the top of the slide here is going to rub on that barrel hood. So that's usually a good indication if you're looking at a used one to tell how much it's been used. In addition, if you look at, so let's look at this one, you'll notice that the safety marker here isn't as white as it is on this one, just because, you know, it's dirty and it's got more use, so you can kind of tell which ones have seen more use. This one, like I said, is almost brand new. I've only shot it once. That's pretty much it, guys, for the USP-9. Like I said, great weapon. This has been around since the 90s. You know, it's still one of the top guns. They've come out with some newer models, but for me, I mean, the USP is my go-to gun. There's nothing I like shooting more than these. That's pretty much it. They're a little more expensive than, say, Glocks or, you know, Smith & Wesson M&P. At the end of the day, you got to remember, most of the time you get what you pay for, and that's definitely the case with these. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.